Hello there. I just wanted to make this recording while I have some time off, and I'm going to use my Messenger casual speedrun thing to do it in. Um, so I was thinking about the Amazon thing, the Lord of the Rings thing, and I don't really have much faith in what Amazon is going to do with this whole prequel series. Um, Especially when everything is turning into the race is more and gender is more important for the character than it is their character, which is why Lord of the Rings is probably some of the best films ever made. It's not even close to some. It is the fantasy film series. It is consistently good across all three. Even Star Wars, the original trilogy, doesn't have that accolade. Like people say, Return of the Jedi was the least good, which is kind of funny because it's my favorite of the three. I actually know what I still think. Empire Strikes Back is my favorite, and it's the best. So I don't know. It changed from being as a kid. Return of the Jedi was my favorite, but anyway, it's like well, they ruined Star Wars, they ruined Terminator, they ruined Predator, they ruined Aliens, they could very much ruin Lord of the Rings. I'd rather a series just stay stagnant at one point, or I guess dead, in one sense, than go on. Like, just please, just don't do it anymore. um, and that's what I fear because I don't know who's running it, but they better make it one of the best things ever. We don't need another season 8 Game of Thrones sort of thing. It's kind of funny. I never watched it, but I've watched coverage of it, and it's like, oh boy. Uh, it's like I'm glad I never got into it. Oof. Oh man. Um. So what else is happening out there when it comes to the Resident Evil 8 is coming, and certain people don't like how it's successful, and people are like, well, that's because you got this big lady who wants to step on people. That's why it's successful. That's why game journals are mad. Because it's successful. It has nothing to do with that. Okay. They know what sells is that there's a giant waifu in the game. Like they're just gonna do that or whatever, which is fine. I mean, it's kind of funny that people like get mad over boob armor. That's interesting because the people who get usually mad at this don't have chests. It's like why? It's like it's always kind of funny. People are like, well, Tifa, she has unrealistic boobs because not everyone has those, and I'm like, so should everyone have like, I don't know, the smaller kind just because it's more realistic or something? It's a video game, cartoon, anime, whatever you want. Just design however you want. So yeah, people are going to complain about Resident Evil 8 because it's successful and it actually continues the story. And I haven't played yet. That's why I don't want spoilers. I see people already going like, oh my gosh, get off my YouTube feed. Like, just don't do that. Don't show me. No. Oh man, I need to get back to playing. This is also kind of like an update, I guess, because I need to go back to playing Republic Commando, because it's actually a pretty fun series. I should go back to that. I also need to record Halo 2 because I can't stream that. It'll be too much power on my CPU to do it. Not just because of anniversary graphics, because it has more things in it, even though it's very linear. But yeah, I'll do it. Even though I don't like playing Halo 2 as much as Halo 1. Even with the two betrayals and the library, those are terrible missions, but hey, um, a lot of people love Super Trails. Like it has good things to it, but I'm like, it takes way too long, and it's unforgiving. Like it is, oof. I mean, my favorite is still 343 Guilty Spark. It's my favorite mission ever because it's just awesome. It's just perfectly paced level. What else am I looking? Oh yeah, I'm gonna play Dead Cell soon because it's coming to my house, so that'd be interesting. I never played it before. We're gonna try it for the first time. Um, can't wait to get more Switch games because I need to get a Binding of Isaac, and maybe I'll get that for the PC. I don't know. I don't know because I want to try it for the Switch, but I think it's just digital, which is a shame. But oh well. More Celeste is coming. I'm gonna play Celeste for the Switch. That'd be interesting as well. Oh man. And now for the elite supremacy sort of thing. Go. You know, a lot of people are talking about how LeBron James is a big hypocrite, and they're wrong because he's not a hypocrite. He knows he's doing these things. Like he is a lying piece of garbage. That's what he is. And he set out the last game, and I'm like, okay, he's shown his true colors. He's an absolute coward. He would never stand up to scrutiny. He would buckle right away if there was an actual person who just challenged him on these ideas. Because these people who are athletes who spend their whole lives to give themselves to their sports are now all of a sudden put that at risk because they think they're doing something right. But LeBron James is not thinking he's doing something right. He knows what he's doing is just dumb. Like, you can't go through life not being not self-aware enough to realize what's really going on. It's the same thing with people who are not going to the Olympics because of, well, there's no BLM, so it's propaganda. It's like, no, you can't wear propaganda. Like, they don't allow their propaganda. You know, it's kind of funny how China has one of the worst countries in the world, like when it comes to how they treat people, has more understanding about the Olympics than these privileged, like first world problem sports stars. It's just really dumb how they treat other people, and it's very least because you don't know as much as me, therefore you're just ignorant on the issues, or you I live better than you, so I'm going to use that system that we gained to knock it down. Like once I get mine, you don't get to use it anymore because I have more money than you. Like they don't realize that they're doing that though. That's why they're like that. It's almost like insanity. But anyways, yeah, and also and speaking of elite supremacy, about Steven Crowder being banned for YouTube for 2 weeks. I'm like, okay, my life will go on without Steven Crowder, but it's like that's horrible. What they always do to him, and what I love about him though is that when he fires back about people doing worse things than he's ever done, and yet they love doing it because it's just flat on their face hypocrisy. It's absolutely fantastic. By the way, I don't know any of the glitches through this run, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Yeah, I wish I had the twirl spin at that point. You could just go through it really fast, but I didn't. You don't have enough time crystals to do that. But anyways, I'm looking forward to video games and being one day deplatformed. You know, it's one of those things where it's like I've made it. You know, more background noise coming soon. Actually, we're gonna be looking over the TYT Joker thing, And if you don't know what TYT is, it's the Young Turks. They are. It's entertaining trash fire. If anyone who has a brain. It's sort of like they have a meltdown whenever someone has a good take, because their takes are the worst. They never any objective quality to their. It's all based off their feelings. You know, it's one of those channels, but they use the facts in order to skew the facts. You know, kind of channel, kind of like how BuzzFeed or New York Times does things. This happened, therefore it's a causation. You know, one of those type of things. It's like, okay, it's sort of how like the you know, there was like a few Star Wars fans that had like rape and death threats toward like the people in the films, you know, and that said like, well, that means that all Star Wars fans are, you know, it's a straw man of epic proportions, where it's like the Wicker Man. It's sort of like a Wicker Man straw man thing. And they put the Star Wars fan in there and they burned them, and they burned that one guy and they said, we have now got rid of every single Star Wars fan ever. Like, okay, sure. Like, you represent this thing we have built as an idol. Bow and worship the Disney. So yeah, Disney's cancer. What's new? You know, like every other legacy institution now, it's just like support independence. You know, not just independence, but like independent companies, independent things that you find are just doing what they need to do. Like it's kind of funny. I was thinking of Yacht Club Games when I thought about that. Yacht Club Games makes the Shadow, Cyber Shadow, Shovel Knight, and they're 2 for 2 now. But they've made like you can make Shovel Knight any gender you want or whatever, but that's not the way you should first play it. I think you should play it how it was intended to be played in the first place, and then you could do the whole like they look different because they changed genders. It just, I don't like that, but you know what? It's still a good game, and it's not shoved in your face. It's just the story is the same. Now it's like, and in the first one, they're not in a romantic relationship either. It's just implied. But yeah, whatever. At least Cyber Shadow is much better, I think, than the Shovel Knight series is. But man, Shovel Knight, Cyber Shadow, go check out those games. Yacht Club. I support those people because they've done nothing except do good work, and they put out free DLC for Shovel Knight, all this other stuff, a fighting game for it, and like, see, that's what I mean. You gotta support things like that. Like that's something that should be celebrated. Find people that you like, and not necessarily don't have your politics or do have your politics. You know, I don't mean that. What I mean, like, if they make great products and they have their own opinion about whatever happens in the world, that's fine. But it depends what the take is, of course. Like, there's always an extreme. Like, you find out that, like one of the producers for God of War is, like, so, what was so, I mean, like or hate Trump or whatever, it's fine. You know, if you don't like Trump, it's fine. But when you have it to the level where you just crap post everything he does, like get a life, you know, like like just do that. It's like it'd be the same thing if someone like crap post every time AOC made a tweet or something, like, unless that's your job, because some people actually like do a political job and like that's the worst take I've ever seen or something like that, you know. But, you know, there's the extremes to everything, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, it's... You gotta have a sense of critical thinking when it comes to actually having products now, because everything's on a blacklist of somebody. So you have to just use your brain and say, like, sometimes you gotta have a compromise somewhere. But, you know, that's... I still like From Software. They've made mistakes, sure, but um, I've never walked away from a From Software game that was really bad, um, including Dark Souls 2. But they're just a good company as well because whenever I get one of their when I got the Ring City DLC, it's well worth its $20 asking price. Like it is, it's amazing. Uh, because if you just make video games, good video games, that's good. Like that's why Nintendo is so good. Nintendo's so good because they just make good video games. They don't pander to a crowd. They don't try to insert things. I can't believe I missed that jump. Anyways, so yeah, I guess that's it for now when it comes to update on all the stuff I'm thinking about. Because they could CW the Amazon Lord of the Rings, and that could be like, oh no, no, please don't make it like the CW or Winter Falcon thing, Winter Soldier Falcon, because that's woke garbage. And it's kind of funny people say that, like, well, you're just an anti SJW type or something. Like, no, it's woke garbage. Like, when you have another hero in your series that does a better job of being a hero, you failed as a TV show. Like, John Walker did nothing wrong. He's the well, I say do nothing wrong. He did a few things wrong, but that's because they wrote him that way. It's sort of like, but he comes out smelling like a rose because of how incompetent and how stupid the main characters are. So because they put the social justice aspect at the forefront and wrote characters and scenes second, they had to make sure that they had their priorities screwed up first. This is how you destroy destroy characters, really. Which is kind of funny. I thought about making a series called Character Assassination. I would be a person who just assassinates characters, and I would talk about like business is booming right now because we're destroying characters everywhere. I'm getting all the work, like he's a real assassin. Get off my face. Anyways, yeah, there was something on my face like, go away. But all right then. I guess that's it for complaining. There are good stuff out there. You just gotta find it. And it's not in the mainstream anymore. It's off the beaten path. You gotta, but it shouldn't be hard to find. Just find someone word of mouth, like, hey, is this good? Hey, is this good? And there's always past things to look at too. Like those past things didn't go away; they're still there, and you gotta find those too. Like, go find some '80s movies you never heard of. Like even bad fantasy movies. Like we watched I went to a server to have a movie night and on Discord, and by the way, Discord Guardian Falco, and I should have a link somewhere on my channel, or Twitch or something. Go find it and enjoy it. Come on in. And we had a movie night, and we were watching Labyrinth and Neverending Story, and even though I didn't enjoy Neverending Story that much, there's something about it that I did like. There's a mysticism, and it's all about the imagination instead of character development or whatever. But it's something to enjoy. Even that stuff I don't enjoy fully. I'm like, that's good. There's good things to it. It's meant to inspire to people, make them think outside the box a little bit about what they're seeing. It's if it wasn't for Willow, I don't think I'd be into Lord of the Rings. Like I never would have given it a try because that trailer for Lord of the Rings, not good. It wasn't good. So yeah, everything comes back to Lord of the Rings now with me. It used to be Yu Yu Hakusho, now it's like Lord of the Rings. It's still Uh, and by the way, the breakdowns will still be coming. If you love those episode breakdowns, will be coming. I'm planning to do other shows after it or something, maybe. But yeah, also, I'm going to be getting a new job, which means streams might slow down. Yay. And I don't like the sound of that, but you know what? We're going to adjust and survive and all the other stuff. And I'll see you guys later, and I'll probably use this on a different thing. I don't know. I'll probably start from the beginning of the boss. So yeah, take care of yourself and have a great day.